Hi, boys and girls. Okay, so today in class we talked about measurement, and one of the customary units of measurement that we talked about in class today dealt with capacity, which is the same as liquid volume, and it's the maximum amount that something contains. So we discovered in class today that the amount of water that 1 gallon holds, in reference to our other units, in which were the containers that you bought in, were pints, cups, quarts, and even some of you bought in a half gallon. So we discovered that 1 gallon is the same as 8 pints, 1 gallon is the same as 16 cups, 1 gallon is the same as 4 quarts, 1 gallon is the same as 2 half gallons. And basically, just to kind of give you a background on what this means, in order for you to see the relationship, that means for every gallon, especially in this case, every gallon I have, there are 8 pints. Every gallon I have are 16 cups. Every gallon I have are 4 quarts. And every gallon I have are 2 half gallons. So let's say 1 gallon equals 8 pints. Okay, bring this over. Okay, so 1 gallon is the same as 8 pints. Pictorially, if I was to draw a picture, it looks just like this. That for every gallon I have, that's 8 pints. If I have 2 gallons, I have another 8 pints. Altogether, I have 16 pints. Another gallon I have is another 8 pints. So that's 8, 16, 24. Okay, and if I have 4 gallons, I have another 8 pints. So that's 8, 16, 24, 32. Okay? If I was to use an input-output table to show my relationship between 1 gallon and 8 pints, just like we did in class, gallons, pints, okay? Just like I have here, 1 gallon is the same as 8 pints, right? If I have 2 gallons, let's get a pen here. If I have 2 gallons, oh, that's not working. Let's get another pen. I thought I had a purple one. Let's try this one. Okay, this will work. If I have 2 gallons, I have 8 plus 8, which is 16. Okay, or I have 2 groups of 8. So basically, I'm seeing that my relationship so far is times 8. 3 gallons, 1, 2, 3, that is a total of 24. Okay, and so on and so forth. So 4 gallons, it'll be 32. 5 gallons, 5 times 8 is 40. So this is just for you to see the relationship of how to convert gallons to pints. But you have to be familiar with the standard customary conversions. How many gallons equals how many pints equals 1 gallon? How many cups equals 1 gallon? How many quarts equals 1 gallon? How many half gallons equals a gallon? Just to reiterate even further, so anytime that you're trying to convert gallons to pints or gallons to cups, you have to know how many of the pints equals the same as 1 gallon. So in this case, the rule to follow is gallon, okay, gallon times 8 equals your pints. So that means every gallon that I have, I'm going to multiply by 8 to get how many pints that will equal. Okay? So that's the first thing. And that is just for gallons to pints. So for gallons to cups, it's the same thing. So 1 gallon is the same as 16 cups, right? So pictorially, it'll look like, if this is a gallon, I have 16 cups. If this is another gallon, another 16 cups. Another gallon, 16 cups, right? So our unit of measurement has changed from pints to cups. So that's why it's 16 now and not 8. 16 cups is the same as 1 gallon, okay? So in a input-output table, I'm doing gallons to cups now, not gallons to pints. So that means every gallon I have, it's 16 cups. So 1 gallon is 16 cups. 2 gallons, okay, 16 plus 16, or 16 times 2, because I have 2 groups of 16, okay? 16 times 2, or is 2 times 16. I know that it's 32, okay? 3 times 16, if you don't know that off the top of your head, then that's where you go and you work it out. So 16 times 3, this is a 2-digit, so I can break it apart using my distributive property. I know that 3 times 10 equals 30. 3 times 6 equals 18. 30 plus 18 equals 48. So therefore 3 times 16 equals 48. So 3 gallons is the same as 48 cups. Okay? So that's just a little bit of what we did today in class with converting. And that's just from gallons to pints, cups, quarts, and half gallons. But you also have what we talked about with the same as 1 cup to 16 ounces. 1 pint is 2 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. And 1 gallon, again, is 4 quarts. So the same rule applies. You have to make sure that you're able to see your relationship between your unit of measurement that you're using. So 1 pint, 2 cups. So if you're converting pint to cups, I know that for every pint that I have, it's going to be 2 cups. I know for every quart that I have, it's going to be 2 pints. So you have to be able to look at that relationship. So this is just a review for you to remember. So really quickly, let's do a conversion together. So if I have a total of 17 gallons, okay, and I want to find out how many quarts I have. I'm sorry, let me back up. 17 gallons. Just make it, all right, here we go. Make a little bit more room. And I want to find out how many quarts I have. Okay? I know, according to my conversion chart, okay, that 1 gallon is the same as 4 quarts, right? So that means for every gallon I have, there is 4 quarts. So I can draw 17 gallons if I want to, with 4 quarts in each. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay? And I know that each gallon has 4 quarts. Okay? So all of these are a gallon. That's 17 gallons. And each gallon has 4 quarts because there's 4 quarts in a gallon, right? My G's are starting to look a little funny, but it's okay. Okay, here we go. So I made my 17 gallons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Right? And I know that there are 4 quarts in my 17 gallons, right? So instead of me adding 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 17 times, okay, I know that I can do 17 times 4, right? So I know that eventually I'm going to do 17 times 4, okay, to get my amount of quarts. However, I do want you to get in the habit of recognizing your process by using your input-output table, that 1 gallon is 4 quarts, 2 gallons is 8 quarts, 3 gallons is 12 quarts, okay? And eventually you're going to keep going until you get to 17 gallons to work out 17 times 4, decompose 17. 4 times 10 equals 40. 4 times 7 equals 28. 40 plus 28 equals 68. So I have 68 gallons. I'm sorry, 68 quarts in 17 gallons. And that's the only thing that you're doing. So I'm going to upload some practice problems for you to follow up with. If you are in Ms. Parker's class, stay tuned for the next video so we can review and go over what we did not finish in class. All right, my homeroom class, look forward to the follow-up problems that you're going to do. Ms. Parker's class, stay tuned for the next video, and then you will also have some follow-up problems to do. But I really want you to stay tuned for our sheets that we worked on in class. If you're in my homeroom class, you can pull this out as a reference to kind of look over. This is just for practice. It's not for a grade. But I just want to make sure that you understand how to convert your pints, quarts, cups, and gallons. All right, happy learning, boys and girls.